In the last video, I could not complete 17th question of section B. So I am going to start that. Because of some reason it happens. So I am going to complete it today. That is, find the inverse of the matrix find the inverse of the matrix 10, 5, 4, 3. In the last video, because of some reason, I could not complete that. I am going to complete it today. Given matrix A is 10, 5, 4, 3. Find its determinant. 10, 5, 4, 3. So which will come out to be 30 minus 20. 10 not equal 0. Therefore inverse is possible. Inverse is possible. If it equals 0, you can directly write that inverse is not possible. So here we are not getting it equals 0, it means inverse is possible. If 0, inverse is not possible. So here it comes out to be possible. To find inverse, first we have to find the cofactor of the elements. Or you will write cofactor of A11 means first row, first column, that is 10 equals minus 1 power row plus column, that is 1 plus 1. Then cut the row, cut the column, we will get 3. So which will come out to be minus 1 power 2 into 3, that is 1 into 3, which is 3. Cofactor of A12, first row, second column, that is 4. Minus 1 power row plus column, cut the row, cut the column, that is 5. So we'll get minus 1, thus it is minus 5. Cofactor of A second row, first column, that is 5. Minus 1 power row plus column, cut the row, cut the column, we are with 4. Minus 1 power 3 into 4, that is minus 4. Cofactor of A22, second row, second column, that is 3. Minus 1 power row plus column, cut the row, cut the column, we are left with 4. For 3, cut the row, cut the column, we are with 10. So plus 1 into 10, that is 10. So like that, we can find the cofactor of this matrix. Now write down adjoint. Adjoint A equals transpose of cofactors. Transpose of, that is 10 is 3. Cofactor of 10 is 3. Cofactor of 4 is minus 5. Cofactor of 5 is -4, cofactor of 3 is 10 transpose. See, first we are supposed to find the cofactors. After finding the cofactors, we are supposed to go for adjoint. Adjoint is the transpose of the cofactors. Cofactor of 10 is 3, cofactor of 4 is -5, cofactor of 5 is -4, cofactor of 3 is 10. Cofactor then transpose, which will come out to be 3 minus 5, 3 minus 5 by transpose, -4, 10. So that is the adjoint of the matrix A. For 2 by 2, you can write it directly also. How you can write directly? Interchange the principal diagonal elements. Interchange the principal diagonal elements and change the sign of the secondary diagonals. Change the sign of the secondary diagonals. So thus we are getting adjoint of A 3 minus 4 minus 5 10. So therefore A inverse 1 by A determinant adjoint A. 1 by A determinant is coming out to be 10 and adjoint A 3 minus 4 minus 5 10. Thus can be written as 3 by 10 minus 4 by 10 minus 5 by 10 10 by 10 can be written as 3 by 10 minus 2 by 5 minus 1 by 2 and 1. So that will be the inverse of this matrix. Now next is sum number 18. Find the characteristic roots of the matrix 1 4 3 2. How to find the characteristic roots? Now characteristic roots of a matrix is given by the characteristic equation, and characteristic equation equals A minus lambda I equals 0. Characteristic equation is given by A minus lambda I determinant equals 0. We want to find the characteristic roots. Before finding the characteristic roots, we have to go for the characteristic equation. Characteristic equation for a matrix is written as A minus lambda I determinant equals 0. That is the characteristic equation. How we will find? Consider A minus lambda I equals, or only you can say A minus lambda I, until and unless determinant is not there, you can't put 0. So just consider the inner part of the determinant. Put the value of A 1 4 3 2 minus lambda I. As the given matrix is 2 by 2, your I is identity matrix of 2 by 2. can be written as 1 minus lambda by multiplying 4 by multiplying 0 will get 4, 3 multiply 0 by lambda, that is 3, then it is 2 minus lambda multiplied by 1, that is minus lambda. So this is what we will get by solving it. Therefore, characteristic equation that is determinant of a minus lambda by equals 0, a minus lambda e, 1 minus lambda, 3, 4, 2 minus lambda. Its determinant is 0. Find its determinant. 1 minus lambda, 2 minus lambda, minus 12 equals 0. So, by solving this determinant, overall we will get lambda square minus 3 lambda, lambda square 3 lambda, then it is plus 2 minus 12 equals 0. So this is what we will get. Overall we will get lambda square minus 3 lambda minus 10 equals 0. So this is what we will get after solving it. So this is what we call a characteristic equation. We want to find the roots. Now solve it like a 10th standard equation, x square ax square minus bx plus c. Solve it like a quadratic equation. So you will get lambda equals, like the identity in 10th standard is x equals minus b plus minus b square minus 4ac by 2a. So here you will get lambda minus b means minus minus plus 3 plus minus b square minus 3 square minus 4 a for 1 c for minus 10. So use this identity by 2 a for 1. So thus it will come out to be 3 plus minus 9 plus 40. 3 plus minus 49 root by 2. 3 plus minus 7 by 2. So taking positive sign. 3 plus 7 by 2. Taking negative sign. 3 minus 7 by 2. Thus it will be 5 and minus 2. So these are the characteristic roots of this equation. 19th question. Find the middle term in the binomial expansion x square plus 1 by x square power 8. Now given expansion is x square plus 1 by x square power 8. Therefore, middle term will be 8 by 2 plus 1, that is fifth. If power is even, then middle term is divide by 2 and add 1. Divide by 2 and add 1. If power is odd, then there are two middle terms. First add 1 divided by 2 and the next term. Here we have even, so divide by 2 plus 1, fifth term. So we want T5 can be written as T4 plus 1, can be written as 8C4, second term, power R, that is 4, first term R square, difference of the two, 4, that is how I have written it, that is NCR equals TR equals, it's not TR, we take it as TR plus 1 by adding 1 like that I have done, 5 to 4 plus 1. The identifier TR plus 1 in binomial is NCR, second term power R, first term power n minus R. Identifier TR plus R plus 1 in binomial is NCR, second term power R, and first term n minus R, that is difference of the two. So it will come out to be 8C4 x square power 1 by x square power 4, second term, first term is x square, 8 minus 4, that is 4. It will come out to be 8C4 x power 8, x power 8, which we can cancel, so 8C4. Question 20th. Find the cosine of the angle between the vectors A, 2i plus j minus 2k, and B, I minus 2j plus 2k. The identifier cosine of angle is cos theta between two vectors is given by A dot B over A mod B mod. Thus it equals A for 2i plus j minus 2k dot B for I minus 2j plus 2k. A mod 2 square plus 1 square plus minus 2 square square root B square 1 square minus 2 square 2 square. See, the identifier cosine of the angle is cos theta equals A dot B over A mod and B mod. A dot B, put the value of A and B dot A, coefficients of I square, J square, I square, J square, K square root, square some square root. So thus we will get 2 square plus 1 square plus minus 2 square. And for we will get, for B, we will get 1 square plus minus 2 square plus 2 square. So thus it will come out to be dot is I into I, that is 2, j into j minus 2, because here it is 1, here it is minus 2, then minus 2 and 2, that is minus 4. Product of the coefficients of II, Jj, Kk. Here we will get 4 plus 1 5 plus 4 9. 4 plus 1 plus 4, then 1 plus 4 plus 4. So thus it will come out to be minus 4 by 3 into 3 minus 4 by 9. Thus cosine of the angle is minus 4 by 9. He is not asking for angle, he is asking for cos of the angle. So this is the answer. Next is sum number 21st. Find the projection of vector A equals 7i minus 3j plus 2k on the vector B, I minus 2j minus 5k. So how to find the projection of A on B is given by A dot B into vector on. We want on B, so here B magnitude. We want the projection of A on B, so divide the scalar product